Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 17th to the 23rd, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in booking a private reading or purchasing a gift card for somebody, check out my website, Dane Hart Guided Messages. It's linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Aries, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Oh, I love that. Crowned by the Ten of Cups. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Mother Star. Okay. So we have the Four of Cups. This is an extra card in here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. The Eight of Wands, the Four of Swords reversed, the Hierophant, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. The Hangman reversed, we have the World, and we have the Hermit. So let me just make sure everything is in frame. You can see it all. Good, you can. That makes me happy. All right. So what's really interesting here is that the Mother Star, like that made me pause because I forgot about its existence. And here it's a yes upside down, which doesn't mean no. It means something that you're looking for. I don't know. Here, I should turn it this way for you to see. I'm going to need to cough. Give me one moment. I do apologize. Something that you are looking for, or looking towards, or getting an understanding of. It's on pause right now. There's a resounding yes that is coming your way, and there's going to be a lot of clarity, a lot of insight that is coming your way. But right now, it's like, oh, I just wish I got a clear answer. And that can be really frustrating. So you're going to be dealing with that frustration during this time that you're not going to get as much clarity as you want from a certain situation. So being aware of that is going to be really important because it's like, okay, I know this is going to be a little bit murky. I don't have to worry about it. Like, I don't have to force it to be one way or another. It's just going to be murky right now. It could be a little bit quirky. It could be a little bit like frustrating. I have to step back. It moves us to the Ten of Cups. It's now time to embrace happiness. Like, what if we spent as much time focusing on our happiness as we do focusing on, like celebrity gossip or something that is completely, unnecessary in our lives that takes up so much time, like what other people think about us. That old saying, what you think about me is none of my business, is really true. So here, it's time to take in our happiness and say, and they all live happily ever after. It is time to say, what makes me happy? And even if others look at it and think, oh, well, that's lame, well, it can be lame for them. It's not lame for you. Looking at what brings you joy into your life and, making time for that, carving out, 5 sacred minutes or 10 or 15 more if you can, but not making it feel like a burden, making it feel like, no, I got this. It brings us then to the Six of Pentacles. It brings us to things coming into balance, especially with money. Oh, I do apologize about that. That was rude. Or what we value as much as money. And it's clearing out something that is just negative around us, something that's keeping us out of balance, out of, knowledge with self, out of harmony with being. And as we come into that balance, that yes is going to come closer and closer, but it's coming into balance with our happiness. With the Four of Cups, divinity is going to lead us in a direction that we're kind of going to kick and scream about. It's like, no, I want to be focusing on this. I want to be doing this. And divinity is going to pull us in another way that when we look at it, sometimes we're going to panic. Like, oh my gosh, what have I done? It was wrong. But you're following your divine calling. And so it can be complicated. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. And it moves us to the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is reversed, is, we're having a bit of difficulty this week, really embracing our passion, our fire, seeing ourselves be excited about things. We can feel overburdened. We can feel, a bit of drudgery, like, oh my gosh, now I have to do this and now I have to do that. And the Eight of Wands, everything seems to be moving so fast this week. So showing sacred grace with that everything is moving quickly and that we can feel very overwhelmed and we can feel very stressed. And we have to pull ourselves back, because one of the things that is going to be, not the best thing for us is stress. It's just not, like, feeling stressed, feeling overwhelmed. Like, there can be a lot of stresses in our lives and other people can look at it and be like, wow, I don't know how you do it. I would be so stressed. But if we're not stressed, then that's awesome. If somebody else is stressed, well, that's on them, right? So it's looking at yourself and letting yourself be a sensitive person in this world that demands, extroversion and, productivity at any cost. So just being aware of that. Things seem to be moving very, very quickly, and we need to pull in the reins ourselves in order to guide where we want to be and how we want things to move forward. With the Four of Swords reverse, we are going to sacrifice our sleep, our rest, our honoring ourselves first in order to, get as much time out of the day as we can, or to doom scroll on our phone in order to calm down. And that's not really going to help us. So just being aware of that we need to make self-care a priority. We need to honor our story in a way that we're kind of belittling and putting down. And it moves us then to the Hierophant. It moves us then to sitting in meditation with ourselves, but also really being grounded. This is strong Taurian energy, time frame April 20th to May 20th. So if you are born on the cusp of Taurus, if you have Taurus energy in your chart, this comes through very powerfully and very, successfully for us. Because what we're going to see here is that we're looking at, in the structure of the world, where do I fit in? Where is my place? And we're giving ourselves a title. It doesn't mean that we need to be titled. It doesn't mean that we need to be, all this way or all that way. It means that we are starting to define ourselves and say, but this is who I am. And we're taking in bits from over here and bits from over there. And it's a bit eclectic. It can be a bit kooky and weird at times to others looking in, or even to ourselves. We're like, really, seriously, like, what is everybody going to think of me? But remember, we're crowned with our happiness here. It's not about what everybody else thinks of us. It's about how we follow our happiness and our joy and our bliss. The Hangman reverse is that we're worried about being different. And let me tell you something. If you stumble across this channel, if you're here, if you've gotten this far, you are a bit weird. You are a bit different. You do stand out. And it's the best possible thing in the whole entire world. I mean, congratulations to you for being so beautifully, powerfully, and unapologetically you. Let yourself be different. When everybody's deciding, I'm going to go this way, I'm going to be just like this, I'm going to follow the herd and do exactly what they do, you're carving your own path. And that's always going to be more difficult. That's always going to be, more complicated. But there's a beauty to you that if you start doubting, everything and start saying, oh, I have to be more like everybody else, oh, I have to be more like everybody else, it's going to pull you down. As long as you come to this world with love, with compassion, with, grace, and you do no harm. Moving forward is with your heart guiding you is going to be one of the greatest gifts you have. With the world, you are stepping into the world. This is going to be a week where you step into the world, where you say, I'm being part of something bigger. I'm moving forward in this. I'm going after what it is that I want. And I'm also looking at my world. What world am I creating for myself? And what do I love? The Hermit is Virgo energy, August 23rd to September 22nd. And this is turning inward. This is looking at things and really honoring our story. The hermit can also, close the door and say, that's it, I'm done. I'm not going out into that world anymore. And yet we have the world and the hermit right next to each other. So we are starting to say, yeah, I'm going to embrace so much more than I ever thought. I'm stepping into a beautiful place for me, and I am accepting me full-heartedly as I am, who I am, and I'm letting the light of my heart guide me forward. So often in the tarot, the light in the lantern is the star. It's our greatest wish. It's our greatest hopes, our greatest dreams, our greatest desire, our connection with spirit that's leading us forward. And that is just a beautiful thing to know when we're looking at ourselves right here, right now, is that there's so much more to us than we realize in our dreams, and our passions get to guide us. Even if we feel like, oh my gosh, this job is draining me, or oh my gosh, I'm giving to everybody else and I don't have a second to myself. It's not pulling back from people. It's not pulling back from our responsibilities, but it's pulling back from thinking that I need to sacrifice myself completely, right? From martyrdom. That our world is very interesting because it tends to really honor, the extroverts, the people who go after, but it also really honors martyrdom. It honors sacrificing yourself completely for everybody else. So just be mindful about that. You need that happy medium, and you need to see your soul, and you need to see yourself, because your happiness and what brings you joy is so important for this week. And if you hold that, sacredly to yourself and say, but this is what brings me joy, this is what brings me happiness. I need to take, 10 minutes to do this, 5 minutes to do this every day, 15 minutes, keeping it in that sphere that seems doable, you're going to see yourself really excel. So let's see the energy here from spirit. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. So this is the canary, and it says, step forward now and sing your own song. That's what the whole reading has been about. There is a power in finding your voice, and that is an absolute truth. It moves us then to our chakra message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So this is personal power. This is the solar plexus chakra, trusting your gut, seeing yourself, Aries, as more powerful than you think you are. It's funny because you always come across, and I want to use the word always, because you come across to people as being very powerful. And then they get to know you a bit better. And there's really, like in a well-aligned Aries, there's a big softy underneath. And there's this dichotomy to the presentation of Aries, because Aries is the name of the god of war, right? You're ruled by Mars. Another name for the god of war, the Roman name for the god of war, is Mars. The Greek name is Aries. Of course, the Romans, just kind of took the Greek pantheon and said, this is great. We're going to incorporate this, make it our own, and just move forward, because that's what Rome did. And yet, your symbol is the ram. Your symbol is a sheep, a docile, caring, compassionate animal. And so you have that dichotomy to your being. And once you realize the dichotomy to your own being, that you can be fierce and, ready to protect and defend, warlike at times, can be ready for a good battle, but also you're astoundingly compassionate. You're astoundingly caring. And you need to balance both sides of you. That's going to be very important here. And we have ourselves doing that with our prosperity and our success, but making sure that we remember those aspects of ourselves, because we can be all one way or all the other way, and never realize that we are this beautiful mixture. It brings us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the Prince of Swords. The Prince of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's not necessarily saying, hey, beware of an air sign energy, though that can very well be the case. What it's also saying here is like, hey, don't be a hothead, right? Don't just charge off into battle without, really thinking things through, because we can during this time. We can just feel frustrated. There's no time for what we love. We're not honoring ourselves. We're cranky. We can be sleepy. Just think of a little baby when they're sleepy or they're hungry. I mean, they're not fun to be around. So here, it's making sure that we're taking care of that inner child part of ourselves and letting ourselves sleep, letting ourselves, nourish our bodies the way they need to be nourished, and not, taxing our bodies by being tired or eating too much sugar, or how you say to your kid, like, you can't eat all the Halloween candy, right? It's like you say that to yourself too. It's like, okay, I need to step back and I need to see why my body is craving this, because I'm exhausted and I'm not taking care of me. And it's time to really, really love yourself. Really, really love yourself. And that's going to be very, very important. Okay. our subconscious energy to be mindful of begins with the crow, not mindful of, but our subconscious energy, period. We're not at the be mindful of yet. I didn't pick up that deck. It's right here. It says, universal law and truth are now being revealed. Use the energy to create your own reality. And that's going right on top of the 10 of cups. It's following your heart. It's embracing the subconscious of spirit, meaning that you're having a lot of revelations come your way, Aries, and that is awesome. It brings us then right back subconsciously to the solar plexus chakra. Your gut is going to be rather sensitive this week. So being aware of that, being aware of the food and the drinks that you're putting into your tummy, because your body's going to respond. And you could be like, oh, I'm just going to take a whole bunch of Tums, or, whatever it is that you take for, an upset stomach. But that's not going to solve the problem. The thing is going to be listening to yourself and seeing when your stomach feels upset and when it doesn't. So here with self-mastery, you're really stepping into your body and becoming the master of yourself. And that is awesome. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. And this is the 10 of Pentacles reverse. The 10 of Pentacles reverse is feeling cursed. Okay. I know that sounds so dramatic, and it is dramatic. And, probably said so for, the effect of like, ooh, it grabs our attention. With the 10 of Pentacles reverse, we think of ourselves as inheriting nothing good, right? Oh my gosh, everything's been a drama. I am the worst components of the people that created me. I'm never going to get to be where I want to be in life. I don't have this talent. I don't have this. I don't have that. And we just really start to rip ourselves to shreds. And believe me, nobody can rip yourself apart as well as you can. Nobody. And so here it is looking at things and it's realizing I'm not cursed. It's looking at the hardships that you have been through and knowing that you're being made into a diamond. We might say, I don't want to be a diamond, but how is a diamond made? It's a piece of coal that's put under a tremendous amount of pressure, and either it cracks and crumbles, and we see people like this all the time in our world that crack and crumble, or it becomes a diamond. And that is the extraordinary thing. And so we are now embracing the extraordinariness about us. Though envy is going to be like a little bit of the green-eyed monster is going to come forward during this time, do not let it gobble you up. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, and that is the 6 of Wands reversed. We need to celebrate ourselves. That's been a huge message for this whole entire reading. We need to celebrate ourselves. And if we celebrate ourselves, we liberate ourselves. We really embrace a power that people are going to find a little bit uncomfortable to deal with. So just being aware of that, Aries, is going to be super important. Okay. All right, Aries, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.